Peace, family. It's been a while since I made a video, since I was on hiatus on my respite, but I'm cooking. But I have been taking a few months to myself and just recouping from a lot of things and shadow work, and I've been speaking about the come up and the conscious upgrade. And when you get that conscious upgrade from the waves, from the sun, from the ethers, it takes a minute to digest it and let it get fully into your system. You can't receive a burst of energy like that and then just keep going. Because if you do, you're going to crash. And I think that's kind of what I did. I crashed because I really didn't know what to do with the energies. I was doing too much. Just everything too much in excess. And, you have to stop. And that's the importance of meditation. I meditate a lot anyway, but that's the importance of specific sit down and meditate and let it flow. So as a result, I was led to read some books because I love reading. And I haven't really read any books in like a minute. It's been some months. Yeah. So I was led to read some books. One book I read, and the next day, because I read it in like 1 or 2 days. It was so good. And then the next day, I wrote out my notes to it. Because it put together so much stuff that I've been fast tracking these past 3 years. It put together so much stuff, and I just had to write it down like, oh, this makes so much sense. Let me write it down. Wrote it all down. And I was like, that reminds me of my song that I wrote. Because I wrote a song, got the hook, got the beat. I love it. I didn't have any lyrics. And I was going to release it on my birthday back in July, just like that. And my friend was like, I know you're going to rap on it. Fluid. I was like, rap on it? What? Do I rap? I was like, I don't have nothing to say. Well, it's good, but I don't have nothing to say, so I'm just going to do it like that. Read that book. A few days later, wrote the notes, and I was like, damn, this matches my song. Boom, laid it out, got 4 verses. Now, where'd they do that at? 4 verses, just like that. And it's deep. Years ago, if I'd read the verses to my own song, I would have been like, what the hell is she talking about? I like it, but what's she talking about? And it's like, I read it, wrote it the way I understood it. I explained it to myself in the way it all came together. And it came together brilliantly. I listen to it every day like, wow. Like, wow. I used to hear people talk about deep things, and I used to wonder how they got such a deep understanding of it. By reading it over and over or just repeating what they heard. I mean, like how? But now I see. You read it, you meditate, you digest it, and it may take months. And finally, one day, it comes together, and you're like, oh, and then I can think of 100 examples of how I got led to that understanding. Whoa. And then I read another book that I've had for a couple years that I picked up at the Goodwill for no reason. I was like, ooh, this is good, I think. I'm going to get it because one day I might need it. When I was really into studying the Bible, from the New World's Translation to the King James to the whatever, to the Seafords, Got that book, started reading it. Realized it reminded me of a movie that I saw that I bought 2 years before I got the book. And I was like, what? I never knew that this movie was based on a book that nobody knew about. And the book is a real book. It's not like a science fiction book. The book is a real book about real things. And I was like, whoa. So it's like, how did I get my hands on this book? Amazing. Alignment, right? So then, still studying, still reading, and then I was led to watch a video the other day. And it blew my mind. And the video is based off 2 sisters reading a book. They're reading it online. And it's like when I heard it, I instantly understood what they were talking about. I instantly got it. And the video is 8 years old. I've been led to a lot of information that people have put out on video like 8, 7, 6 years ago. And it's like, whoa, 6 years ago, I would have been like, is that the devil? So that's why I didn't hear it. So now it's coming to me and I'm like, oh, it makes sense and it's wrapping up. You know, all this information, all the information bubbles is missing a piece. These books are plugging in the bubble and giving me full circle understanding, inner standing, overstanding, ultra standing. Like, whoa. But now I see how a lot of random things that I did and read, I was like, why am I reading this? What good is this going to do me? Now I see. Because you just adding ingredients, adding ingredients, adding ingredients. In that final stir, you see this beautiful stew. You see this beautiful pot of hot, savory goodness with chunks of noodles, chunks of meat, chunks of all, herbs. Just, It's like, yeah. So I'm going to play 3 parts of a video that just made sense. And those who know, those who are seeking, those who are looking for understanding, ultra-standing, looking to put some things together, it'll resonate 100. But it helps me to know why I am who I am. My ascension name is Nasira Ma T Nefer Hotep. I never really use it. But now I understand why that's my ascension name. I know what each part means. I knew I was a high priestess. Somewhere, somehow, something. And I have look at that. Boom. That's natural. When it all comes together, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And yes, you may have to go through some hell, high water, shadow work, suffering. It's not really suffering though, for real. It's work. But you put in the work and you reap the knowledge and the wisdom. Now I see why in the Bible Solomon asked for wisdom and knowledge instead of riches. Because wisdom and knowledge will get you all the riches that you want. Monetarily, physically, emotionally, mentally. And that can sustain you throughout this eternity while your soul is embodied in this place. And you need that more so than ever to get through it. So my double mission is I come here, I go through a lot, I learn a lot to enrich myself and my soul and my family line and heal wounds and trauma and so on and so forth. Because I'm brave enough to talk about trauma. I'm brave enough to talk about things that are uncomfortable. No problem. The second part of my double mission is to share it, to tell it. Who am I telling it to? Whoever wants to listen, whoever can listen, whoever comes across. So nobody in particular. And then that, when I tell it and I speak about it, that in turn helps me. Because now I'm hearing myself say these things like, wow, this is how we work it out. This is how it goes. So I feel good knowing that I'm on my mission. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I came here to follow in the right footsteps. And now it's time for the next level. So I have a lot to say and a lot to release and a lot to do. I was going to release my one song today, but I'm waiting for an interviewer. I have someone that's going to interview me about the song first because it came from a dream. So I need to tell the interview about the dream and then be like, I wrote a song about the dream. Want to hear it? Here you go. Boom. And then, So once that happens, I'm hoping within this week because I have to release it before this month is over, So yeah. And my goal is to release a song every month. I have a lot. It doesn't, and so I thought, I have to do a whole album. No, I don't. I have to do a song every month if I want to. Just release it, talk about it, and make an album out of it whenever I'm ready. So nothing is going to hold me back from my work, right? So yeah, Goddess power, Black power, melanin power, all that good stuff. So peace, family, peace, peace.
Elevate.